Well, hello everyone, I'm Larry and welcome to the farm. People ask me from time to time, do you ever fertilize your Christmas trees? And my usual answer is no, I do not, but I am going to this year. I'm going to not only fertilize my Christmas trees, but I'm also going to fertilize the rest of the field and my yard at the same time. So I picked up a fertilizer spreader at the co-op recently. I'm going to get that hooked up, put on the tractor, and see what we can do about fertilizing the entire area here around the house. So come on everybody, let's get started. This is the spreader here that I picked up. It's a 3-point hitch spreader. Of course it goes on the back of the tractor, and I'm going to use it on the back of Fergus. As you can see, this is a land span. The model's F500. I'm not familiar with this brand, but everything looks pretty solid about it. So we'll see about getting everything set up. I've got this agitator that I've got to install. The purpose of this is to help break up clumps of fertilizer. So I've got to install this inside the spreader, so we'll get that taken care of also. This would be a great time for you to hit the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe. Well, this bolt won't go through these holes. I've got to try and find a smaller bolt. I had to get a 3/8 bolt. Fortunately, I keep a supply of bolts and nuts on hand. I wish I may eventually drill this out to receive that other bolt, but it's according to how this performs. I think it'll be okay with this bolt. I think that's going to work just fine with that bolt in it. It's got also got a lock washer lock nut on it, fiber locking nut, so I think that's going to work fine. That bolt's actually a little bit longer than the other one, and the other one I think would have been a little bit too short. I got the spreader installed, and I don't have enough distance on my top link, and I've tried to run it out, and it is so tight that I can't really get it to run on out any further. I wished it would set level, but I think this is going to be okay. I did a little research. Well, actually there was some more instructions that I hadn't noticed on the spreader that I found, and land span, that comes from very near here. Darrell Harp Enterprises over in Red Bay, Alabama is the one that manufactured this. So I've got a trailer, that 6x16 trailer of mine came from Darrell Harp several years ago. Darrell built some really good stuff, and so I'm pleased with this so far. Let's put some fertilizer in it and see how it works. I'm just not satisfied with this top link not being long enough to level the spreader down, and for some reason I can't get it to extend any further. So what I'm going to do is to replace this top link with a section of chain. The weight on this spreader is to the back, to the tilt back. There's not any forward pressure on it, and so, well, I say that, and there could be, if I was going down a steep hill and it was full, there could be some forward pressure on it. That's something I'll have to think about, but I'm going to take this top link off and see if I can spread it any further. I'm going to replace this top link with a section of chain. For some reason I couldn't get that top link to extend out any further, so I'm just going to use this section of chain. I am putting this link in the end of the chain so that I can hook another link large enough to receive the pin that goes into the top link fitting, and you'll see in just a few minutes how that's going to be applied. Okay, now I'll see if I can get this braided down. See if I can get this part here braided down in place. I really need a large ball peen hammer for this, but I don't have one, so I'm going to try to use this anvil hammer. And may not be able to hold it. After getting this link braided in place, I am now installing this D-shackle through this link, and the D-shackle is what will connect to the pin where the top link connects onto the tractor, and I'll be connecting that, and I'll show you here in just a minute how that configuration ends up looking with the chain going from the spreader over to the pin where the top link, and I've replaced now the top link with this chain, and I think this is working really well for this application. Okay, let's try this and see how it works. I think it's going to work just fine though. I really think going down a hill, I'd have to have fertilizer up to about this level to make any difference as far as the forward pressure. It could theoretically lift up like this, but again, I don't think that's going to happen. Considering where the pins are, I think we're going to be fine. And I got my other top link rolled back in, and I think what was going on, because I'd never rolled it out very much before, I think it was rusted up in the pipe. I tried to spray all kind of lubricant up in there, WD-40 and some of the blaster up in there, and it didn't really do any good. So I've got the top link ready where I can put it back on, but for now, let's go put out some fertilizer. I'm going to start putting about 200 pound of fertilizer. I'm using 15015 with iron. I think that'll be sufficient for my centipede and most of the area, and then whatever other grasses I would have in the trees, I think it'll be sufficient for that. Well, that's 200 pounds we got of fertilizer to start with, and so let's go see how it works putting it out now. Well, there you have it. I was able to put out 800 pounds of fertilizer in this Landspan F500 fertilizer spreader. And again, I found out this was made at Harp Enterprises over in Red Bay, Alabama. It did a fine job. I like it better since I got the top length changed over to the chain. Makes things level. The PTO shaft runs level. The joints and the U-joints in the PTO shaft are running perfect now. So now what I'm going to do is to spray a little bit of lubricant around over just to try to help keep this, because fertilizer spreaders are notorious for rusting, and so I'm going to spray, may get some bar chain oil and just put a little bit down in here to keep them rusting. Thank you folks for joining us here today on St. Nick's Farms. I so much appreciate it, and if you would be kind enough to give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to share it with a friend. So until the next project here at the farm, this is Larry. Thank you folks. Take care. Bye-bye everybody.